What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ Prospect Profiles. Today we focus in on Peterborough Pete, Austin Watson, Team USA member, obviously, from Ann Arbor, Michigan, 6'3", 185 pounds. Kind of got to fill out his frame a little bit more. Little background on Watson. Like I said, Ann Arbor, Michigan native. Oldest of 10 children, which is always, if you're going to be one of 10, might as well be the oldest. Always the way to be. Played with CompuWare growing up, and signed a letter of intent to play at Maine, be a Black Bear, but backed out of that letter of intent to play for Windsor, and won the Memorial Cup with them in 2009 as a rookie. And 2010, as part of the Zach Cashian trade, he waived his no-trade clause to go to the Peterborough Petes, and ultimately help his draft stock by playing on a team where he'd be more of a featured role offensively, and responded very well with 20 points in 10 games following the trade to Peterborough. So he really stepped his game up, and I think he's stuck behind, Taylor Hall, Henrique, just tons of skilled forwards that Kenny Ryan from BC is the only one who's stuck behind. And ultimately the trade to Peterborough worked out for the best, as he was drafted in 2010, that same year, 18th overall by the Nashville Predators, and he's a perfect Nashville type player. Plays a sound two-way game, and is as good in his own zone as he is in the offensive zone. And he's last year had 68 points in 68 games for the Petes, and was a minus 38, which it doesn't take a hockey expert to tell you that sucks. It's just bad. There's no way around that. But this year he's improved defensively. He's minus 1, which isn't great, but it's a step in the right direction, so to speak. And has 33 points in 32 games. He was cut from last year's World Junior team. Partially, obviously politics. It's always going to play a role in the selection of those teams. And I think the fact that he turned down, he was originally going to play for the National Team Development Program and then Maine before he went to Windsor. I think there's a lot of speculation that the fact he turned down the development team was he had to pay his penance. I don't know for how much that's true, but over the years, USA Hockey has played favorites in picking against the World Junior team. Not saying that it did in this case, but that's always a possibility. But hey, he's a very, very skilled player. Like I said, brings a sound two-way acumen to the ice too. Kind of like a Ryan Kessler, so to speak, another Michigan native and great defensive forward that can really light up the score sheet offensively. I look for him. Next year he's going to need some AHL seasoning, as almost every single Nashville Predator does. Weber, Rene, Hornquist, Suter. You go down the list. Colin Wilson, everyone but Craig Smith really has needed seasoning in Milwaukee to play for Nashville. So this kid's no exception. And I played 5 games for Milwaukee last year after Peterborough's season and went scoreless. So he's really got to get used to playing against men and to fill out his frame a little bit better and use that 6'3" body to move, protect the puck, and play a more physical role, on the ice. And like I said, Ryan Kessler comparison's perfect with a guy like him. He's plays a great two-way game. He's versatile. He can play the center or the wing, and he's really gonna be. He's tough to play against. He's a perfect Nashville Predator player. I look for him to start out in Milwaukee. Play bottom 6 role eventually at some point with the Preds, and then move up to the top 6 role with the Wilsons and the Craig Smiths of the world. And ultimately, he can work the corners behind the net and, can score too. So he does the intangibles, but he also does the tangibles. He'll impact the score sheet, and he'll be a great power forward for years to come in the Music City. He's just a great player that I'm really, really excited to see what he can do at the professional level next year. Hopefully he gets up the Preds sooner rather than later, but AHL seasoning, is perfect for him, because the jump from going from the Ontario League to the NHL is pretty big. And this year with the USA at the World Juniors, he's probably the most versatile forward. Can play all 3 spots and can play in any line, really. He can muck it up, and he can run shotgun with the skilled guys. So, a great player for Dean Blaze to have at his disposal that can play, like I said, any role, anywhere in the lineup and fill any role. That's what you need from a guy like that. That's it for the Power Play of CJ Prospect Profile and Austin Watson. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the tourney. Let's go Team USA.